Hey folks, yeah, welcome to Faulkner Fixes All. We are working on the front wheel for the 63 Traveler, and we have some interesting news. First, we'll give you a little insight about we bought some special, we bought some special bearing cone retainers for this year. Here it is. This is an actual Schwinn part, new old stock. Don't drop it. And I went a different route, but I have two of these. Let's see if you can see them. See the little square peggy thing. And it goes on like so. Goes on here and catches. Well, actually, I'll show you exactly what it catches. I have a spare one right here that I turned on the lathe to get the terrible marks out of it. It catches on the cone and goes there, and then that notches in the fork blade. Well, I got bolts in here, but you can kind of get the idea. The notch goes up in the fork blade, like so. And I guess there's two of them. I bought two. And then that holds the cones from spinning. But what I realized is, and I really don't like this system at all, there's so much wiggle room there. You don't get the finite adjustment, you know. So it goes on 6 ways, but you have to, get to that adjustment to make it tight or loose. So what I did is what I always do. I just machined some lock nuts out of I took one of these bolts and basically turned half of it away. So now I have an actual jam nut on there. Now Schwinn did this for ease of manufacturing, for quick adjustment, and that's great, but where we're going with these bikes, we need an actual lock. We need a locked bearing cone. Yeah. Anyway, so what I just noticed was after all that, after repacking this and machining a couple of these to make them not have big chunks in the bearing surface, what I realized is, and I'll show you, and it's very annoying, and I really wish I had caught it earlier, but this rim has some very strange damage in it, and I've never seen this before. Right here, it's almost like freeze damage, and I can't run a tire on that. It'll come off. That is just unacceptable. It's got this big bulge right here, right there, huge. It like the inner tube wall of the rim is just expanded, and it's really sad because this rim will shine up really nicely. Like here's the area around the tube that I shined up already. And this is just minor surface rust. This rim would shine up really nice. So we've got our choice. I don't know. I can't find my little welding clamp pliers. I have some flat pliers made by Vice Grip that might crunch that in. And I was thinking about using these, but I don't think those are really going to do it. Maybe if I set it with a block of wood, maybe. I'll try. I think we have our choice. We can beat this down, we can heat it up, and maybe put it on the anvil here and try to beat it down a little bit once it's hot, which is going to ruin the chrome plating. Or we can just get a rim off the rack up there. I have a few up there. Take one down and do the old crossover method, which we just tape it to this rim and we shove all the spokes over to the next rim. That is probably going to happen. I'm not sure about this. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I really want to try it because the chrome finish on this rim, and besides that little, I guess it's freeze damage. Well, comment down below if you've ever seen anything like that. I don't think it's a manufacturer's defect. There's no way that would leave the Schwinn factory that way. In fact, it couldn't. The tire would come off. So, and it's strange because it's straight here for the rim surface, and it's not, doesn't have an up and down hop here. It's like some water got in there and it froze. That's all I can think of. So what I'm going to try to do is either heat it up and crunch it, probably remove a couple spokes, let them hang, and try to find those vice grips I got and try to heat this inner part and crunch it. I don't know what else to do besides switch out the rim. Other than that, it's coming along nicely, and the votes are out. It was 6 votes for the Traveler and 5 for the Speedster. Yeah, you guys, wow. It was like that last time too. I think it was 7-6. So yeah, I really wish I had seen that before I did all that front hub work. Front hub's really nice now, but I can't use this rim, but it spins. And it's crazy because the rim's fairly straight besides that weird spot. And it would have been great. I just don't understand how that happened. If you've seen something like that, or you have a nifty idea about repairing it without beating the living daylights out of it and heating it up, well, wish me luck. We got to try. Anyway, the fiber optic cable is in, and we're going to have a live feed pretty soon. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to fix this wheel. And this is kind of a preview to the live feed, but I can't do this on the live feed. I gotta have this ready to bolt on. We need something a little more copacetic than that. Okay, so I'll see you guys probably a live feed. I'll schedule it maybe Sunday. We got the whammy connection now, so you're doing good. He checked, the cable guy checked out here, and the connection speed is decent enough to actually do a live feed in the shop. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Bleep bloop in the comments if you've got some incredible savvy way to fix this little wumpty wump. All right, peace out, guys, and I mean peace out. Okay, this is less than ideal, but yeah, we undid some spokes. And we took a few spokes out. And before I clamped the wood here, I did crunch it a little bit, which was a mistake because there's a slight crunching of the rim surface where the brake pad goes. Not bad. I stopped in time and figured out that I have to put the wood there. But let's get you down here. It's working. It is working. It's just less than ideal. Yeah. Ideally, we would have a better front rim. Okay, so I made some marks here. There's a Sharpie mark there and there. And we're just going to keep crunching it because that's really all we can do. I'm kind of starting on the outside of it and trying to kind of work it down a little bit. It's crunching. I did see a bunch of rust come out of one of the little weep holes in the rim. Okay, so it's crunched down. It's pretty good. Let's keep going here. It's definitely making it different. I don't want to go too much without popping it up and kind of taking a look at it like this. Yeah, it's close. At least that big dented part is back in. I think I went a little too much. Now if we can just get this lip right here, let's get a Sharpie on there. So it'll take a tire. It's not the greatest Sharpie, but we got an idea where that goes. So now maybe with a smaller pair of vice grips that really grips in there. Let me see what I got. maybe these channel locks. Let's try these channel locks here. It's really close to working. We're working on this little area right here. I can feel it, like the tire would probably still come off of there. Yeah, it's right here. You know, I think a tire will go on there. I may have went too far on the crunching, but I think the tire will seat there. Let's see. So the spokes are out right now, but yeah. And we did damage it a little bit. We put some dents in there before I put the wood on there. But we did get rid of some of that. Whether that's going to affect how the tire seats right there, I kind of went too far. You can see I kind of went a little far on crunching that in. Maybe not enough right here. Let's give it another little mini crunch right there. Although that's where the tire seats on. You know, I think what we're going to do is, you can see we broke the tubular rim a little bit there. I think that was already broken. I think we're going to put the tire on and see what it looks like at this point. I mean, we did make it different. It's different. All right, so let's, while we have these spokes out, we might as well shine it up really good right here. And then we'll put the spokes back in. We'll put a liner on it, and we'll put a tire on it and see how it kind of worked. We did break the tubular rim. I think that was already broken. You can see the rust there. Yeah, I think that's freeze damage. Water got in there and it froze and popped out. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, here we go. We'll put a tube and tire on it and see how it looks, you know. Yeah, okay. Only the finest precision work here at Faulkner Fixes All. Well, it's different. It's not too bad. I think we're gonna run it. It's got a little up and down hop from me crunching it, probably. There was a little bit before, now it's a little more pronounced. Yeah, everything you do, and that's from me crunching it without the wood, but at least that's in now. And we still haven't seen if it's going to take a tire or not. I think it will. I think we're going to be okay. Tires are pretty forgiving. They are rubber. Not bad. Yeah, I think we're going to run it. The chrome is just in such good shape. But, you know, like the fork thing, if it bugs me, I'll switch over another rim. I can just tape it on and do the switch over technique. Now here's, when you take the spokes out, like here's the repair. So we took the spokes out there and we were able to shine where the spokes weren't for a minute. Now you're not going to get that rim clean like that in other areas. Like right here, you'd have to take the spokes out and really get the cleaning action in there. It's not bad. It's a fair rim, okay? Yeah, I wish I would have saw that before I put all the time into the front hub part of it. But that was, I'm assuming that's freeze damage. I've never seen a tubular rim. I've never actually seen that kind of damage on a tubular Schwinn rim. But you can see where it did bust the little weld there. I think we're going to be all right. It's got a little hop. Oh, yeah. And now the brake surface has been marged slightly. But at least I think it's going to hold. You can see the dent right there. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's definitely right here. You can see where I was mangling it. But you know, that changed everything when we crunched that, and then we tried to true it. There was all kinds of other spots that had to be trued because you're undoing like 3 spokes at once without detensioning the rim. Yeah, it was kind of a bad thing to do, but it's better than me stringing over another whole wheel, which might have to happen. It might just bug me so much. Okay, signing off for now, and live feed coming pretty soon. All right, guys and gals, see you in a minute.